my Yeti anymore. Alright, tell me how good you are now.
Oh, here we go. We got the leaderboards up. Can you hear us yet?
Yeah. Yeah, they should be able to hear us now.
Boom.
There we go.
Said
Now
he
people can
hears
see.
fish.
They should be able to hear Lyle too now. And
Not
Mr.
too
Clown,
bad. Only got to number 36.
Oh man, that's 35 spots too low.
Lachlan, are you going to be in Japan?
No, I won't be in the video. Just wanted to. I was actually opening Discord to tell you that your mics were muted.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we figured it out thanks to Tyler.
Yep.
Oh, good old T-Hubs.
And
All right.
only Tyler.
See you, boys.
See ya.
Yes. Exactly. Only Tyler.
So just a standard reminder for anyone watching the VOD that usually around the 10 or so minute mark is when we start actually talking about this stuff. The stuff that you tuned in for. So if you don't want to sit there and listen to all the killer banter.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, the Remix Cup's going pretty good for me. I haven't done too many battles even this season total. So.
Good work. What have you been running for this cup?
Pretty much Shadow Dragonite with mixing in like Dubwall and Jellicent and Quagsire and Cresselia, kind of like backlines. So
I mean, is there a cup where Dubwall is allowed that you don't use it as a safe swap ever?
Me? I haven't been using Dubwall as a safe swap usually.
Really?
Mainly been using Cress. Cress is like super good in that cup.
Huh.
The people haven't been using it as much, but I'm not sure why. But like for me, it's still pretty solid.
Yeah, Cress has been pretty good.
There's no like Registeel. Like nobody's running like a real steel type. I did see like a Fairthorn once in like a cart or what is that thing called? Jirachi. But like other than that,
there's been some Steelix.
And it does, yeah, steal it. I haven't seen very many of them, but it does Crest does well against Carbink, which is one of the reasons why I'm using it. So yeah, team was going pretty well.
How many Carbink did you end up seeing? Because like that was the whole focus of it.
Not that many, because I don't think people. It's not that accessible yet. That's the problem.
Yeah. Did you beat all the Carbink that you saw?
I beat most of them actually, because they're usually at the back, and I usually was able to get Cress on them, or like even like after like a superpower, like which does like decent chunk to them. Then Cress like can like clean it up from that point. Like I didn't have like a true Carbink cancer on my team, but also a lot of the Carbinks people are using right now are underpowered, which makes them like a little easier to deal with.
Yeah.
But I faced a few Carbink and I beat a few of them, so quite a few of them too. So
good. I have a local who has been climbing several hundred points this week, and I plan to try out their team. Oh shit, and I've forgotten what it was. It was Steelix lead. Something and Jellicent. Quagsire and Jellicent? No, Golbat and Jellicent. Shadow Golbat. Steelix, Shadow Golbat, Jellicent.
Yeah, that could sound interesting. Jellicent's also really good. I'm not sure about Steelix or Golbat. I don't know. Golbat always underwhelms me, but Jellicent's been very strong. I saw a lot of Vigoroth,
Mm.
which like Jellicent kind of like destroys. Like I saw people running like teams like with like Golbat leads and like Vigoroths and like fighting in the back, right?
Yeah.
So like Jellicent does pretty well there. You can chip down because Golbat just has Shadow Ball, I guess, but like if you can chip down his health, then it's really not that threatening, like for Jellicent. But yeah, I don't know. It's a decent meta. I've liked it so far. There hasn't been a ton of fairies, which is why I think Dragonite has just been so good.
Yeah.
Like it's basically every team. Like unless they have like an ice type somewhere, it's like 3 neutral matchups for Dragonite, which it really does well in. And if they have like if their only ice type is Alolan Sandslash, it's even playable if they have Shadow Claw. So
Yeah, right.
like I beat like a lot of Sandslash leads with like that team. Yeah, because like I usually like try to catch like a move on double, and like if you save energy on Dragonite, you can even stay in and play at the 2 shield. Just go straight Dragon Claw, and by that point, like it's in like Grass Knot range for the Cresselia,
so you
right?
still lose that matchup. So like you're shielding twice.
You need
you're losing
to.
the
You
Dragonite.
can't like you can't play the matchup straight on.
Yeah.
What you like I said, what I do is if I catch like an Ice Punch and I save energy on the Dragonite, and then I can like get a shield at some point in the mid game, and then like farm something down. Then like all of a sudden they have 1 shield, and I have like a Dragonite that has like a bunch of energy.
Yeah.
At that point, like it's really scary for the Sandslash to even come back in, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
it just like takes a little bit of maneuvering, but you do have like you one-shot it with the superpower, right? So
Yeah.
it's not like you need to chip it beforehand to win that matchup. So
You just
need there to be no shield.
Yeah.
That's that. And you can like bait, or if you have lots of energy, because like a debuff superpower is still going to KO them anyways, right?
Yeah.
So
Sounds like a bunch of things need to go your way.
well, been winning a lot of those leads, so it's not that things have to go your way. It's just like you have to just play carefully. Like they typically throw at 5 or 6 because the thing about Dragonite is it's very oppressing. So people tend not to like over farm too much versus it because they feel like pressured. So yeah, I think it's pretty solid.
You know, I feel like Tyler's like a sneaky shit talker. Like, it's so like soft spoken and
Hold on, let me just pull this up again.
And then suddenly like
sounds
bam.
like a lot of things need to go right. Okay, apparently a lot of things. I mean,
Dude, you're only number 36. Calm down.
well, my son up here, he's tied for 15, but he was tied for number 11 yesterday. So, so my son is also doing pretty good.
Congratulations.
I'm a proud papa. What can I say?
On your very sudden fatherhood.
Yeah,
Imagine Lyle as a dad.
I'd be the best.
Oh, no way.
I would be the best dad. Yeah, you don't even know.
Daddy, I got bullied at school. Well, you just got to get good, kid.
Gotta say, all right, let's go.
Stop being a scrub.
I'm gonna school you up. You're gonna go back. You're gonna beat the shit out of those bullies, right? Yep.
Yeah, Tyler's only not up there because he's doing better shit with his time.
He's not trying, right.
And me, yeah, I just don't care about GBL, right? What?
Yeah,
climbing?
Fish doesn't care about GBL. We don't know what his problem is. I think you change your team too often, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Like you're like a bit of a molder.
That's because they're always
No,
bad.
No. You mold, and you'll be like, you'll like have like a team that's like working for you pretty well, and then you'll like have like 2 sets in a row where you get like hard countered a little bit. You go like 1, 2, 3, then 1, 4, and you'll be like, the meta's changed. Like this is bullshit. I gotta figure it out. Like I'm like tuning into a stream the other day, like 3 different times, and you have like the team selection open, and you're like picking different things. I'm like, this guy's molding his face off right now.
I never
He
say
changes his team.
I never say the meta's changed. I just say no, this team was better because like I always try and come up with my own ideas for teams. Like I never like copying other teams.
Sometimes, like in blind 3 format, there are times where you can go a whole day and like not have good matchups. But then the next day, you can have good matchups with that same team, right? That's just it's like you just have to have like some mental toughness in GBL, because unlike Silph, where you can like see your opponent's 6 and like kind of like adjust your strategy to sort of minimize your risk, in blind 3, you're kind of fucked sometimes, right? Like there's nothing you can do.
If there's a common thing that is tearing me apart in the back, that means the team is not as good as it could be, and it should be changed. Like you're
not going to see that thing every battle.
Yeah, sure, but it's a common thing, so I'm going to see it in a lot of battles. Let's think of all the elo you're dropping.
How common are we talking about?
I don't know. You think of an example. Like, if the Alolan Sandslash tore apart my backline in this cup in Remix, then you'd have to change your team to adjust for Alolan Sandslash, right?
Dude, I haven't seen any Alolan Sandslash in like days.
How?
I don't know. Because there's so many fighters in the meta, I guess. I don't know.
I've barely seen any fighters.
I don't know, man. Maybe there's too many double now.
Vigoroth and double, occasionally.
Now everyone has a double because of that stupid day.
Yeah,
before
right.
I was special, right?
Let's go to Go Battle. Let's go to Go Battle Log here.
Okay, Go Battle Log. Wait, can you give me some sort of code for Go Battle Log, by the way?
Become a patron.
I am a patron.
Of Pallet Town.
Yep.
Are you? The $10 level?
I literally stream with you once a week, giving my support to Pallet Town. That should make me an automatic patron.
Alright.
I'm not getting paid for this shit.
Okay, there's a great league. Hang on. Remix. I always say it'll be 10 minutes of chatting. And then, okay, so Scrafty. Did you say... Okay, Scrafty, most common.
I said double, like there's a lot of fighters, and like double is like upticking a lot. So I feel like the Sandslash usage has dropped a lot since the start of the cup, because the reason is like people are getting just RPS by fighting types. But I think it's still good. It's not very flexible, right?
This is wild to me. I have seen so few Scrafty, and it's by far the most common Pokemon.
I mean, I haven't been doing a ton of battles in the last couple days, not gonna lie. So like, and like for sure it's different at each like elo range.
Ooh.
So
but check this out. All battles by roll. You got
fighting is the most.
First. Yeah.
That's why I said like fighting is super common.
That is weird. All right.
There's not a lot of fairies in the meta, and the reason is, I think, is because of the lack of steals, like the common steals in OGL. Like poison is super safe.
Yeah.
So like you're seeing a lot of like Golbat, Toxapex and stuff, which is making like the fairies like kind of like scared, right? Because like again, you're risking RPS. That's why I said I like Dragonite a lot, because if you look at like the top of the meta, like it's super neutral. Like you're not really getting hard countered by many things, which is nice. The worst is when you lose the Dragonite mirror lead. That's like the worst thing, basically. And they come out with a Dragon Claw.
And so, what, did they do that by having IVs to get them a breakpoint, or? No.
Don't you know about the Dragon Breath mirrors? One Pokemon lives, the other dies. If it's a mirror. Like if you sim, you can't have a simul KO with Dragon Breath.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that this is Lyle shit talking.
No, this is not me shit talking. This is a in-game mechanic that we don't exactly know why Niantic has it set up this way. But you, like, if you go to PvPoke and you sim like let's say you go here to like Master League or something, right? And you sim Dialga versus Dialga in the one shield, okay? Both are level 51. So they both throw an Iron Head, they both shield. It says simultaneous knockout, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. One of these Dialgas will live with 1 HP. And it's a 50-50 chance.
I mean, because they obviously can't throw charge moves at the same time. So
That,
of course one's
don't
gonna
worry
fake
about the
that way.
charge move. You can do it with no charge moves. PvPoke doesn't simulate this. This is an in-game mechanic. We can do it right now if you want. You want to send me a battle? We can do Dragon Breath Mirrors. It says simultaneous knockout. It's not going to happen. It doesn't happen in. Fish doesn't believe me, but
yeah, he doesn't believe you.
Okay.
Also, this camera is annoying me. Do you want to get into it?
Yeah, right after you tell me I'm right.
Fine, you're right.
We'll do some practice after. Send me yes, I am, because I know I'm right. Send me a couple battles after. We'll do the Dragon Breath Mirror like 2-3 times. And we can play it out and see who wins it each time.
Flip Factor says, very true, one Dialga always lives. Yeah, I'm still...
Thank you, Flip Factor.
All of the Pokemon Go community could come in here and say, it's true, and I would still be like...
This is how it works in the game. You cannot get a Simul KO with Dragon Breath. With 1 turn fast moves. It's not just Dragon Breath. You need a 1 turn fast move mirror. Like that, if the last fast move is gonna kill both Pokemon, one of them dies and the other doesn't. Okay, he doesn't believe me. Okay, we'll test it after chat.
I'm not going as far as to outright say you're lying to me. But
okay, Bozo.
It is something that, like, I've been doing PvP for 4 years now, and it's not something I've ever seen.
Well, how often are you in a mirror?
I don't know.
Where you would both simul KO with 1 turn fast moves.
I'm sure it's happened.
And you probably thought, oh, I have better IVs, or oh, my opponent has shitty IVs, right?
I'm sure that's what I would have thought. Yeah.
It's okay. We'll test it after. No big deal.
All right.
Yo, what's up, God of War? How's it going?
Hey.
I'll send you a gift before I forget, or maybe I already sent you one today. Yeah, see?
He may be a bozo, but he's not a liar.
Yeah. Not a liar. I am a bozo. Okay, let's look at this horrible card. Registeel, Cartana, Swampert. Yo, that doesn't sound RPS at all. Jesus.
I should bring up like a... Hang on. What if I do this? Pixel... create new. Oh, this is taking a bit longer than I wanted it to.
What are you creating?
I'm going to put images on this board here. To just draw a line between, yeah, this is all the stuff that hard counters this is all the stuff that hard counters this, and then that.
Man, I've been leading, what is it, K9, and literally Meta Lantern, Pelipper, Swampert team. Yep. There you go. That's the algorithm for you. K9 is tricky, though, in open. Like, it has its place, but there's a lot of things that beat it. Like, Metacham isn't even the greatest at times. Lantern, obviously, is super common. Basty's a pain in the ass. G-Fisk actually does pretty well against it. Yeah, I don't know. K9's okay. I don't know. It's not my thing that I'm running usually, but just coming to steal one of Lyle's teams again. Yo, what's up, man?
Lyle's teams are awful.
Are they?
Yeah.
He hit Legend with Shadow Dragonite.
Yeah, it would have been so much faster if you'd just taken a Caleb Peng team.
Dude, I beat Caleb Peng twice in the last week.
Yeah, I wonder why he let you win like that.
Because his team is too weak to Shadow Dragonite.
All the homies.
And I also beat one of his patrons, Manning 3. I always see him on his stream. Who's running the same team? That's where you got the team from, right? Or did you actually come up with that team separately?
What team?
The team that you're running is the Caleb Pink team.
I'm running Dunsparce Double Flyer.
Jellicent, Mandibuzz, Toxapex.
I ran that for a bit, yeah. That just someone in a Discord server was talking about it.
That's the Caleb Pink line.
Yeah, there you go. LyleAbility. I'm gonna steal one of Lyle's teams. Even named themselves after Lyle. He's got that much of a following. Alright, so
You can.
at the moment this is the triangle.
Yeah, so what does decent into this triangle is Pelipper, which I kind of like a lot because it has win cons against Registeel. Like, I think if you don't get debuffed on the first Zap Cannon, you can actually win the 2-shield against Registeel.
Mm.
Yo, what's up, Abstract?
Abstract, hello. You need an energy lead. No, you said that, right?
Yeah, this is on a Switch.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think you, again, I think it requires you not to get debuffed on the first Zap Cannon, too.
Yeah, okay.
Which, I mean, it's easily plausible, right? The thing about the sim too is like, the Registeel is never going to shield the first Weather Ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're not changing the debuff. You're just giving it more energy.
I know. I just want to see how
It's
much.
because
more
that
energy
Weather
it
Ball
needs.
kills.
Yeah.
It would need 2 extra Weather Balls, but if you don't get the debuff, that other Weather Ball would kill.
I assumed that the like this. I haven't been changing this manually because I assumed that every time I hit battle, it would randomly.
No, the first one is always guaranteed in PvPoke sims.
Okay, cool.
Which is why Registeel is kind of busted, and which is why Kingdra always is undervalued, because they never give it the debuff on the first one. It's not random.
They never give it the debuff on the first one.
Nope. For Kingdra.
So why do they give it to it on Registeel but not Kingdra?
Because it's higher percentage.
Huh. Okay. So anything like 50% or lower, they don't give it. Anything above 50%,
Yes.
they do.
Exactly. I believe that's how it works.
Okay.
He doesn't believe me again, chat.
No, I believe you that time. I believe you on that one. Okay, so yeah, Pelipper, I mean, but it's also losing a Ferrothorn.
It's with Thunder. It's bait dependent.
So, I
It's
mean,
like a close matchup.
It is.
I'm just saying,
it's
like,
pretty close.
Pelipper. So, like, the way I define like reducing RPS is like the ability to overcome a matchup that's not the most favorable,
Sure,
right?
sure.
So, like, Pelipper has the ability to beat these Pokemon. Like, unlike Swampert against like Kartana, like you
Yeah.
can only win that basically with energy and if they don't have any shields, right?
You've got, like, Shadow Swampert can beat Ferrothorn with an Earthquake, right?
Yeah, Ferrothorn, but not Kartana.
Yeah. But, like, we're going to be seeing a lot more Ferrothorn than Kartana.
I would hope.
Yeah, I hope so. I reckon there's got to be better Pokemon out there to break the RPS, so let's find out.
Escav's pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It does
Escav's
okay into
probably
all those, but it loses hard to the flyers, such as like Pelipper. I like the Raquinite a lot as well last time, but it is pretty RPS because it just gets absolutely destroyed by like Registeel and Pelipper. But like the rest of the meta, it actually does okay into. So I did actually like Araquanid last time this cup was around. Oh, you know what I was using actually that I really liked was last time this cup was here was what is it called? Gastrodon.
Gastrodon.
I'll try. Oh yeah, sure.
So what's happening with Gastrodon? Why
It's like Mud Slap.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the fighters in this cup, like Escav Lucario, so it has play there. You can actually beat Jellicent with a bait, and even like you beat Registeel, you beat G-Fist. It felt really good. And like even these like Swampert, maybe Quagsire is better now because that Quag wasn't there, but yeah, maybe Quagsire is just like an upgrade on Gastrodon these days. Having access to that Mud Bomb.
That extra Mud Bomb. Shadow
Quickly.
Quagsire in particular. Do you need a Mud Boy though? If you're gonna run a Mud Boy, like I said, that ability for Swampert to overcome a Ferrothorn, that probably makes it, for me, the Mud Boy of choice.
Having Stone Edge is nice though. Right? For like some coverage.
For flyers. So yeah, if we see Pelipper a lot, then Quagsire might be a better way to go. Does Klefki have any play from Abstract?
I would say no. It's ranked very low. It has Tackle as a fast move. Basically, Klefki loses to all the Steel types and all the ground types. And so...
And Jellicent and Lantern. Even with Foul Play, it's losing to Jellicent.
Because it has Tackle.
Yeah.
I would say no. It looks bad. The moves are just bad. I think it needs a move update to be like meta relevant. To be honest with you,
the moves are okay. Like the
fast moves are pretty bad.
I mean, well, there's plenty of Pokemon that do well with Tackle. I think it's just like the combination of that plus like what kind of bulk does it have? Kind of not amazing bulk. Like, if there was a bulkier Pokemon running... like, Greedent does well with Tackle and Crunch, which is the same energy as Foul Play. Just because it's super bulky. Dugong with Drill Run.
I don't hate it. Like, it loses to some of the, like, higher, like, top meta picks, but it's very annoying against them, you know? Like, as the Lantern or as the, like, Registeel, it's not like comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Because like you're gonna chip it really low out of that much. So you can run like ABA to Registeel. If you're leading Dugong, you can chip it really low. Yo, what's up, Captain Quad? How's it going?
All these people suddenly coming in being like, "Oh, Lyle," like fangirling over Lyle.
I'm popular. What the fuck do you want?
He's a troll.
No, he's not. I met Captain Quad at NAIC. His name's Luke. He's a really nice guy. He knows he needs to get good.
Like, where'd all this love suddenly come from? I'm not used to this. This is freaking me out.
Yeah, I did buy him a drink at the bar.
Is that the real Lyle, or is that an AI generated Lyle? Oh no. Oh no.
I guess we'll never know.
Don't put that idea out there. The real Lyle actually has hair.
Yeah, Dugong looks interesting. It's ranked a bit low, but I don't mind that. Probably just because it loses to like a lot of these picks that are in the top 10. But other than that, it probably has decent play against most of the rest of the meta.
Eek Joanna says, love the username. Could be talking about anyone.
Well, the real hair, please stand up. Yo, take it easy there. Haven't had hair in a while.
I'm adding that as a quote. That is going into the record books.
Which one? The Blepnir one or the hair one?
Yeah, the Blepnir one.
That is a good one. No, I'm fine. I'll just be bald. I don't mind. So like even like let's say here versus like Lucario, Joran does 81%. So like even if you lead into Lucario, if you can like safe swap and then get energy later.
This was Dugong into Lucario.
Congratulations, God of War. You got a quote save.
Saki bombs. Oh.
You said you would buy me Saki Bomb. You're the one that got the travel award. What the frig? Fish also said he would buy me Saki Bombs too.
I did say that. I said I'd buy everyone at Worlds a Saki bomb.
But me too. Because I'm the best.
I'm pretty stoked to be going, yeah. Lyle's just a bold guy. Clipped. Okay. Back to business.
I remember early on in the cup last year, or last time, there were some people that were running close combat Shadow Ball Lucario.
Yeah, I do remember that. Was that in Fossil Cup or was that Sinnoh Cup?
It was a couple cups, but like the thing is, like first the Mud Boys, like they might not shield if it's like, oh, he just went to 7. Like this isn't a Shadow Ball,
Yeah,
right?
it's amazing how often that works, by the way.
And it's like, oh yeah, well guess what? It's a close combat. Eat this.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. A team of Registeel, Ferrothorn, Shadow Swampert has a threat score of 438.
That's not good, right?
And that's
Well, that is good.
that's horrifying.
Why does that mean? Does that mean what?
It's
It's just gonna be alignment dependent, right?
Of course. But, well, I mean, Registeel and Swampert in particular both can play against their counter. Like I said before, even the Ferrothorn isn't entirely safe. Ferrothorn often needs to shield an Earthquake on the switch in. Ferrothorn can't really come back against the Registeel, but it's still very good. Nacho reveal. Escav Lantern. Interesting. Escav
It's
Lantern.
not nachos. It's just some like chips and some guacamole. But the guacamole is really getting brown.
It does that really
That's
quickly,
what
though,
I'm-
doesn't it?
That's why I'm trying to eat it. Yeah, it's like fresh that we made tonight. So
Yeah, that's looks like it's got good coverage too. Let's see. So, I mean, yeah, you've got plenty of play against those top Pokemon. The Mud Boys are what's giving you the most. Togepi to Mario is interesting.
right, I don't think that was here last time.
No.
I was using I was actually using Zap Cannon Magneton the last time this cup was
Oh,
around for a
okay.
little bit. It was like Discharge Zap Cannon was the moveset I was running.
Is there anything with like a cheeky moveset that can like hit all three of those main types?
Maybe Ludicolo?
Ludicolo.
Because it's like water,
Has
grass.
Hydro Pump, I guess.
Sand Slash could be interesting. It's another new addition.
Mm,
Credilli now has Rock Slide, so
do
I think
like that,
Credilli's going to be much better, although it does get like completely curb stomped by
yeah.
the other steel types. But other than that, it's like pretty versatile in the meta. So
Yes, Infamous. That is correct. Correct read.
Lucario will be very popular.
Can Politoed tank a Power Whip from Ferrothorn?
Probably not very well, but a regular Politoed or a Shadow?
Either.
Yeah, for sure. Like a regular one, for sure can. I mean,
But then the Ferrothorn also doesn't have to worry about the Earthquake.
Like a shadow, to the shadow, the power up is 85%. So like technically you can tank it, but like a bullet seed's doing 5%.
5, yeah. So it can't
So
actually
after
tank it.
like 3 bullet seeds, it's not. But like, let's see a regular. Yeah, it's only doing 68% to a regular. So, like as a regular Polytoad, you do make an Earthquake in the 0 shield, but it doesn't do that. It does 45%. So I don't think it's
Metal.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought.
Melmetal's interesting. Now it has what is that? Double Iron Bash. But I don't think you really want in this cup, but you probably want Rockside Superpower.
Berserker?
Berserker was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Just gets kind of destroyed by the other fighters. So if you're looking at steel types, like I would say the best steel type is probably Lucario or Escaf. Registeel is ranked high, but again, I feel like the ranking's slightly overweight Registeel sometimes.
I don't think it's overweighted for this cup. I think Registeel is that good.
I don't like G-Fisk that much. Basti's technically eligible, but nobody uses it really. It's down here at 56.
You know, yeah, I'm thinking Lucario is a must.
It's really strong, for sure. And it's pretty flexible, right?
It is. Says it loses to Swampert, but I imagine you could, like, with Pup, you could shield your way through that easily. You're winning the 0s and the 2s. Oh, but that's with the slight energy lead. Hang on.
You win the 2 straight Pup.
Yeah. Yeah, you're losing the 0s. And
apparently you don't need Pup to win the 2s, FYI. You can just counter. You can counter your way through it.
And that's probably preferable, because if you burn both shields, like if you play out a Lucario into Swampert lead, burn both your shields right there, then it'd be a lot better if you could come out of that with heaps of energy.
But you can't farm through a... You can't power your way through a Quagsire.
Okay.
Without Pup.
That makes sense.
Actually, you can't power your way through a Quagsire.
Yeah, isn't that what you said? That it can't?
With Pup either.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe with like one counter lead, you might be able to. Yeah, with one counter lead, you do. Because you make it to 3 Pups before they make it to 3 Mud Bombs, right?
Mm-hmm. So, thinking Lucario on the safe swap?
I mean, it could be okay. I think you're guaranteed to get a shield pretty much from almost anything, right?
Maybe.
What wouldn't give you a shield?
Well, it depends on if you go straight Pup or if you try and build up to the Shadow Ball. Like, it's a very glassy Pokemon, so I think the temptation would be there to just go straight for Pup and just try and do as much counter damage as possible.
Yeah.
If you... Like, I feel like the appeal
I think you
of
don't
Lucario
need to...
is ramping up that counter damage.
The thing is, you still get the 3 pups in the 2 shield versus like a Quagsire. So you can always build up to like a Shadow Ball in the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just go straight pup after that, right?
And that doesn't affect its
that wouldn't
ability to
affect-
counter down?
No, you don't counter down. You just get the 3 pups.
Okay.
So
yeah, but so that you have to throw pup to win that Quagsire matchup, right?
yeah, you have to throw to land a pup. It doesn't matter if you land the first one or the. Although if they no shield and you build to 8, I'm not sure if that changes the matchup at all. I don't think so. Counter does 9 damage. Counter does. Your counters go up by 2 damage after a pop? What the fuck? How does that even make sense, dude?
What, do you think it should be more or less?
Less! Should be like 1. Your counters go up to from 9 to 11 damage. It's insane.
I'm not overly shocked by that.
I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird and I don't like it.
Yeah, but it's good. Lucario is definitely very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at steel types only. So what like beats Lucario pretty well? Like flying types, right? Pelipper.
Yep.
Jellicent does pretty well, but again, you have to worry about that like Shadow Ball, like, and especially if they bait you, then the Shadow Ball is gonna like do more, right?
Nothing walls the Lucario, right? Because I was just thinking about like if you use Alolan Sandslash on the safe switch, you can get a shield out of the Lucario before it pummels you to death.
Don't think nothing walls it like normal. I don't think there. What is we have for normal? There's just Bibarel, so no, nothing walls it.
Yeah, there's a very strong push for ABB lines.
There is Goldengo.
Oh.
Time around. Technically, that walls. Oh no, it doesn't because it takes the effect of a Shadow Ball.
Yeah.
But Frillish. So there's an extra ghost this time. Last time Goldengo wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
This time we have 1 extra ghost in the meta, which ranked 98, but a 671 rating. So if you look at the rating score, so we are at 80 here, a score of 80 at number 20.
Yeah.
5. What did you say? 82?
82
is number 21.
Yeah.
Credilli. This meta is so shit, man. Like, I don't know what Niantic's smoking, dude. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, this meta is just dog shit.
Well, we're trying to make something good out of it. We're trying to find something that works.
And they give us 2 weeks of this meta.
2 weeks.
And
that's
only
wild.
1 week. And
so
only
crazy.
1 week of remix. And 1 week of Retro Cup.
Yeah.
1 week of remix. But 2 weeks of Fossil Cup? Are you freaking kidding me, dude? What is this?
The fuck?
McCargo has play? Yo, you're smoking some big copium
It
there,
has
dude.
play. It's like it gets walled by the Mud Boys, sure, but like what doesn't get walled by something?
Dude, it doesn't even beat Lucario. It says here it loses to Alolan Sandslash.
Oh, that's gross. How does it lose to A Slash?
Yo, shield the bait, baby. Shield the bait. Maybe if you Rock Tomb here instead of Overheat, then maybe you can beat it. No, you still lose.
That's disgusting. Okay, so yeah, I'm off of McCargo. Like, yeah, it has to beat your Steels, and like it's not beating Lucario, it's not beating A Slash, and does it beat Registeel? I doubt it.
Oh yeah, it beats Registeel.
It does, really?
Yeah, because Registeel's slow, right?
It is. It gets to Focus Blast at the same time as what Makago gets to Overheat.
So they CMP. So if the Macargo counter swaps, then you're in trouble.
Then the Makago's in trouble.
Escav, Pelipper, Mantine, I mean, that sounds okay, but like the thing is, Escav doesn't really necessarily beat Lantern, I would say. So it like maybe in theory it does, but like if they have a Lantern in the back and they full farm down like a Pelipper, that Escavalier is not going to do very much in that battle. You know what I'm saying? So I would probably run something that's a little bit harder wall to Lantern if you did want to go with double flying water backline. Then again, you just get destroyed by Registeel, right? So that's why I think this meta kind of sucks, because it leaves you with very minimal options.
Kind of. It's literally one of the worst. Like, I think the only meta I think is worse than this one is Sinnoh Cup.
Even Sinnoh Cup's better than this.
You reckon?
Yeah, because you have some more like Hisuian Electrode was interesting. There was a whole bunch of stuff that I thought was like okay, Magma Zone.
Yeah.
But this one is just like, I don't know what they're doing.
I feel like Double Fighter could be a good strat. Like, Lucario safe switch can potentially draw out a flyer and clear the way for a Scavalier in the back.
Gonna try Sandslash, Jellicent, Araquanid. Yeah, I think that could be like a decent team.
Yeah.
That honestly sounds like one of the more balanced teams we've thought of. Jellicent safe swap seems pretty interesting. I think that would be. I think Sandslash Jellicent Tor seems pretty interesting. Jellicent looks pretty like it's gonna be pretty popular.
Pseudo Woodo also a fighter.
Oh god.
I mean, what kind of benefit are you gaining with Pseudo Woodo over the big two fighters?
Memes. The benefit of memes. I like Pseudo in some metas, but it just doesn't feel like it really has a place here.
Right at
because
the end
you
of...
lose.
Sorry, go on.
What's up?
Right at the end of Fossil Cup, I believe, we will be getting Counter Shadow Poliwrath, or Counter Poliwrath. And I think that would... like, that beats Red Steel, right? I think that would break the triangle. The RPS triangle.
Yeah, because it actually does beat Registeel. I mean, people run Pup on that thing, right? So...
Counter Pup?
Counter Pup Ice Punch. I think that's going to be like the moveset most people run on that.
Yeah, I reckon you might be right. That's because
just because like it gives you like a baiting potential and also like boosting your counter damage.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't really need Dynamic Punch. You could potentially run Scald.
What do you need Ice Punch
then
for,
you don't
though?
fly. Oh, maybe not in this meta. You don't need. But I'm saying just in general.
Yeah, yeah.
It can open leagues and stuff. Yeah, right before Worlds, we're gonna get Shadow Counter Poliwrath. It's gonna be exciting.
I mean, I don't know how much.
I'm excited.
I mean, I'm excited for it, yeah, but I don't know how much it'll change the meta of Worlds. Firebrand, thank you.
You don't think
Follow.
people are gonna be using counter? You don't think people are gonna be using Shadow Poliwrath at Worlds?
I don't think it'll be like. I don't think it'll take over the meta. You might get a couple of people using it, but
I don't think it's going to take over the meta. But if you aren't prepared for it, it might run over It might run over your team.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know the Japanese, they love to run like crazy shit. So you might be the one first round opponent is the Chestnut, Poliwrath, Altaria dude, or Shadow Dragonite or something, and you're like, the fuck am I going to do against this guy's team?
I think the biggest thing holding it back in the world's meta in particular is it's
Metacham.
still a fighter that loses to Metacham. Like, Metacham literally beats every other fighter except Deoxys, if you want to call that a fighter. And beats it quite comfortably.
Yeah, you're right. That's the one thing holding it back for sure.
Otherwise, yeah, it would be pretty darn busted.
But it does better. It does better against some of the things that Metacham doesn't do so good against, like Noctowl and stuff like that. Like Poliwrath does better against.
It does, like, have you checked that up, or?
Because it hits harder.
I assume just the Ice Punch on the Medi. Oh, yeah, if you're running Ice Punch on Poliwrath, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Ice Punch plus counters can actually KO, like, a Noctowl.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Metacham, it can't because it's bulkier, right?
What about Altaria?
Again, yeah, like, Ice Punch, like... Think about how much a Metacham Ice Punch does to an Altaria.
But...
Right?
I would think that it would still take 2 Ice Punches from either Metacham or Poliwrath, and a Sky Attack is one-shotting a Poliwrath. Well, you think it'll be just 1 Ice Punch to take out an Altaria?
Shadow Poliwrath. Ice Punch does
Poliwrath?
57%. How much does the Metacham Ice Punch do? 44%.
Yeah, so in both cases, like that plus the counter damage, you're needing 2 Ice Punches.
I think you could win the 2s as Poliwrath. Straight Ice Punch. Says you lose the 1s. It says here you get to 3 Ice Punches before they get to 2 Sky Attacks.
Okay.
Oh, this is a Mud Shot. Sorry, hold on. I gotta change it to counter. I think counter is better for the 2s. It says you still lose the 1s. So, Poliwrath wins the 1s. You
wild.
Basically, after landing and then Ice Punch, you can counter it down. It might be IV dependent because it looks like it just dies with the move.
So I'm very interested that it's winning the 0s, because I would have thought the...
Oh, Altaria wins the 0s.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was reading that wrong. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And in the 2s, you don't get to 3 Ice Punches.
Yeah,
it can just Dragon Breath you down. But I feel like if you throw in bad timing, or if they bait you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you know, like, if you put Pop on this thing, like, they can actually double bait you and get the Ice Punch.
That's pretty crazy.
So, and in the 1s, like, if they bait you with a Pop, then, like, they have no reason to bait you, right?
Air/Swanner from Gardevoir.
Oh my god. Not this shit again.
And Barbaracle from Infamous.
Barbaracle could be interesting. I don't think it's good, though. The thing is, like, you gotta realize, like, it loses to Swampert, and it loses to, like, the Mud Boys, and the Grass types, and the Steels. Like, what is it gonna actually beat, right? When you lose to, like...
I agree.
You basically lose to all 3 other typings.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, I hope you don't like Elo, Infamous.
If you like running it and you don't care about your Elo, then sure. Like, it could be fun. You'll get some fun wins here and there. But, like, it's going to get shredded, like, in this meta. Again, we already pointed out, anything below rank 20 is, like, Spice, basically. So, like, you're looking here, like, G-Fist, Golisopod, Lileep, Marshtomp, Magnezone, Gastrodon. This is all Spice picks, like, in this meta. This meta has 20 Pokemon in it. Like, it's not a meta where you can kind of, like, dig deep for a pick that's gonna, like, jump off the board and potentially, like, you know, catch a bunch of people off guard, in my opinion.
The Golisopod Ferrothorn matchup is kind of interesting. Why run Stone Edge on Barbaracle, though? Isn't Grass not better?
I don't think it matters.
For this meta, I think it does.
I honestly don't think it would matter.
I'm telling people like, gonna run that Shadow Mawile, Ludi, Shadow Sharpedo like last time. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's think through that. Shadow Mawile lead, you're probably running Fire Fang. You ain't running Fairy Wind on that. So that takes care of what your Lucario.
So Grass Knot's a little bit better. You are able to beat the grass types, but you still lose to.
You're beating the grass types.
Water types.
Right.
It's according to this, you still lose to Swampert, Sharpedo, Mawile. Oh no, these are the ones you're beating. You're still losing to the Shadows. That's my bad. This is what you're losing to still. You're losing to all the Shadow water types. Ferrothorn, Credilli, Registeel, Escav, Azu. I don't think Azu is going to be that common. Lucario, Jellicent. It helps you a little bit here, but look, the battle rating is 530. 552. So like, and this is going to be with you baiting a cross chop in these sims, right? So I wouldn't suggest it, but if you want to try it, you can always give it a try. Like I said, I'm not going to play this meta. You guys can do whatever you want. I remember the last time I was here, I mauled it so hard and I hated it so much because I think only Master League was around. It was Master League and Fossil Cup, and that was back when we had like 2-week rotations. So
Shadow Sharpedo winning the 2 shields against Registeel.
With Registeel shielding 2 Poison Fangs, you love to see it.
Alright, so let's, I mean... No, hang on, no, the other way around. Sharp, yeah, no, Registeel uses 0 shields.
I would argue 1-week rotations are better when I don't really think the cup has much lasting power. But if it's a good cup, I don't mind 2 weeks.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, 2 weeks of single type cup wasn't the worst. Like, it wasn't the best cup ever, but I think it was still okay after 2 weeks. This cup after 2 weeks is just going to be like nightmare, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the Poliwrath will like inject some life into the meta potentially, but is it only going to be for like a couple days?
Yeah.
Or like 5 days, 4 or 5 days?
5 days would be alright. But yeah, it's like right at the end. And so it'll probably give rise to a lot more Pelipper.
Yeah, probably be more Pelipper.
And more Jellicent.
Jellicent is a hard wall for that thing. Like, actually destroys it. So I could see people running more Jellicent to try to counteract that for sure. And it's kind of laughable, that matchup, to be honest with you. I still think Berserker could be interesting.
Yeah.
It's similar to Lucario, but it doesn't have counter. Yeah, I don't know what else we could talk about. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Credilli could be good, to be honest with you, but other than that, like,
so Credilli double counter?
Well, then you would be weak to opposing Escavs, right?
Yeah, you would. So what would you put with double counter?
Why are you running double counter?
Because I think it's a pretty safe line. I've mentioned it before. Like, if you bring out Lucario as a safe switch, you draw out either their Escavalier or their Flyer. Or
Maybe
you draw out
Lantern
the
or something?
Well. Yeah, I guess.
You would be weak to Mud Boys.
Yeah.
But
I mean, all 3 of your Pokemon would have play against the Mud Boys.
It's going to be a meta, and I'm telling you right now, where it's like, pretty much you're going to have a core breaker for your team.
Yeah.
It's going to suck. It reminds me of I forget what that was, Weather Cup in the Great League, where it's like every team was like ABA weak to like Swampert or like Razor Leaf or something, because like you just have no options to build a balanced team around, right? Like
Yeah.
you're forced to run things with similar weaknesses just because of they cover certain things weaknesses, but not other things other weaknesses, right?
Mhm.
Like you can cover the Registeel weakness, then you're going to be weak to ground. If you cover the ground weakness, you're just going to be weak to Registeel. So like you
Yeah.
just kind of have to plan for it.
Yeah. All right. So good luck if you do plan to play Fossil Cup. I'll see you in the Great League queue.
It's okay, Fish. I'll cook you up some Great League teams.
All right. Sounds good. Lyle gonna save us.
Do you have a Lickitung yet?
Nah. Still walking it. I'm like 100 and something XLs away.
It's not like that thing has been dropping in GBL for multiple seasons that you could have been trading those for XLs, right?
I've been doing that.
Have you been trading them for XLs?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, right.
Just like you don't believe me?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Well, you just go ahead and not believe me. What do I care?
Okay, Jolly Lucario as Cavalier also could work. I like
Yeah,
that team idea
yeah.
too.
Not bad. Registeel would give that a lot of trouble though, because like, especially in the lead, because Lucario I think needs to shield against the Registeel, doesn't it? Escavalier not so
Yeah,
much.
but it's the Jellicent matchup is more annoying for Registeel than you think it should be.
Is it?
Yeah,
Because what, you tank a Zap Cannon?
no, you don't really tank it, but like they get to their Hex Surfs or like Shadow Balls pretty quick,
Yeah.
and then like if you shield and then potentially you don't get like a debuff, they can chip you pretty low. So I think that's probably fine. Like you're gonna be weak to something. If you're weak to Registeel, then you just like make do with it, I guess. Right?
DJ says
You just make do.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, go ahead.
DJ says I have a Lickitung but working on a better one. I don't actually have the better one yet though. And Billy Skinner says Thorn, Quag, Lantern, so grass double water, basically. That could be alright.
You're a little weak to Escav, but again, I already said like Lantern is playable into Escav because your charge moves hurt it so badly. So I think you can make that work.
And probably a posing Ferrothorn would be a pain to deal with.
Yeah, make sure you thunder the Oh, I remember the Ferrothorn move. Yeah, you thunder the Ferrothorns.
Carlos
but if you
was
draw the
thinking
Ferrothorn out,
Scarm
Scarm double water, like double Mud Boy, I guess. I don't know. I just think like double teams are kind of sometimes not always the greatest, but yeah, the double Mud Boy, I guess. You need Lantern answers, right? And Registeel answers if you're running Skarmory. I know some people were using Skarmory last time the meta was here. You're a little weak to Ferrothorn, but it could be playable. I still think most people should probably want to build a team around Lucario.
Yeah.
If they want to have the most success. Like Lucario Quagsire seems like a decent pairing as well.
Would you go Lucario Quagsire over Lucario Swampert?
Quag? What's wrong with Quag?
Oh, I mean, just Swampert's better, isn't it?
No, I'm a Quag believer.
You're
I love Quagsire.
Quag fan.
Swampert sucks. That's what I always say.
Yeah, you are well known for saying that. What should Skarmory get? Skarmory should get like...
yeah, I think Wing Attack
Fire
and
Blast.
Shadow Ball. Give a Wing Attack Shadow Ball.
Shadow Ball.
Let's see what happens. You might break the meta.
Quag has the Stone Edge, but no flyers here, eh? Except Pelipper.
Imagine a flyer that could beat imagine a flyer that has the same coverage as Noctowl, but also beats Noctowl.
And has the steel typing, yeah.
Yeah.
Graham Pong, I'm thinking Shadow Skarmory, Shadow Swampert Core. What +1 Red Steel, Pelipper, Scavalier, or something else? Red Steel's probably the way to go.
Counter Skarmory. I like it. Yep.
Oh,
Just give Skarmory counter.
No. No. Sir.
But then it would lose to Medicham probably, so you want to give it a Wing Attack Shadow Ball, I still think. Alright, I think we're pretty much done. Really appreciate everyone coming by because this meta is going to be so lit. Everyone's so excited to play it, including myself. Like, I cannot wait.
Just quickly to Graham Pong's question, would you agree with Red Steel as the third to pair with Skarmory?
For what?
Swampert? Shadow Skarm, Shadow Swampert.
Steel. Yeah, something.
Or Lucario?
Lucario could work. Lucario could work.
I guess your biggest problem would be Quagsire.
Yeah, the Swampert beats Quagsire, right?
Yeah, yeah. But if you're Lyle, that you don't have the option of running Swampert because it sucks apparently.
Yeah, I only run Quagsire.
Yeah.
That is true.
All right, let's find someone to raid, shall we?
Perfect. 2E rating.
We're getting through these quicker. We're getting more efficient.
Yeah, because the meta sucks.
Yeah, so maybe in a better meta, we'd be taking longer. Is Sosa still live?
I'm not sure. Let me check Twitch here.
Doesn't look like it.
We can raid. Oh, you have an idea?
No, tell me.
I was gonna say we can just raid like a confession.
All right,
TN Confession.
let's do it. Payback Scum,
Friend
maybe
of
interesting.
PTW.
Not crazy good, but more coverage. Yeah, for sure. You know what it should have? Flash cannon. Oh wait. Right.
We're doing it. We are doing it. I sent him the friend request. We will give you the battle request. We will. I will see you next stream, and we will give you the updates.
Go to sleep, guys. You're making me tired. Sorry, Billy. It's actually morning for me. I'm always tired.
I'm just bored with the meta. That's my reason for being tired.
Alright, so what's our next stream? We got I reckon Blepnir is next on this channel. We've got
Joe, accept my battle request.
Sure. He goes to air Friday afternoons US time. And then we've got Taco Dog's Super Fun Time Happy Hour. We've got a bunch of stuff happening on the weekend. We've got Taco Dog, we've got me, we've got more Taco Dog, we've got more me, and absolutely no more Lyle.
That's okay. Did you get my friend request? Or my battle request?
And some loading the game.
Oh my god. Okay, so you need to lead Shadow Dragonite.
But even if one of us faints, I'm still
We're gonna do it 3 times.
I'm still gonna be like, well, IVs.
Yeah, we'll do it you're gonna do the battle like 4 times, and let's see what happens. I have 10 CP Pokemon in the back, so it's gonna go very quick.
Yeah.
Just, we're just gonna see what happens.
We're rated.